Ever wondered how Jake Paul really lives? Inside his $15.75 million mansion in Puerto Rico, every day is wild. He wakes up to ocean views, trains in a private gym, and holds meetings for million-dollar deals. He owns a $3 million Bugatti Chiron, a $100,000 Pokémon card, diamond-covered watches, and a garage full of luxury cars. This is not just internet fame, this is Jake Paul building a fortune. Let's take a look inside. It all started in Cleveland, Ohio. Jake was just a 10-year-old kid filming funny 6-second clips on Vine with his older brother, Logan, back in 2007. They were just having fun, making people laugh, but something clicked. Those short videos took off like wildfire. By the time Vine shut down in 2017, Jake had 5.3 million followers and over 2 billion views. And honestly, he was just getting started. As Vine died, Jake seamlessly switched to YouTube, launching Jake Paul Productions in 2014, and built a whole new kingdom. Today, his channel has over 20 million subscribers and more than 7 billion views. It wasn't long before Disney took notice. In 2016, they cast him as Dirk Mann on the show Bizaardvark, where he played a wild daredevil for 2 seasons. He was already famous, making money and living the dream. But in 2018, he walked away from the show. Why did he walk away from something so comfortable? Because he believed something bigger was waiting for him. And that something, it turned out to be boxing. In 2018, Jake stepped into the ring for the first time against Deji Olatunji in Miami. He won by knockout, and the crowd went crazy. From that moment on, everything changed. By 2020, he officially became a professional boxer. He knocked out Nate Robinson, stunned Ben Askren, and even took down UFC legend Anderson Silva. What began as a side hustle quickly became a serious career move. By April 2025, his boxing record stood at 11 wins and just 1 loss. That 1 loss came in a close split decision against Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia. Even then, Jake walked away with millions. In 2021 alone, he earned $40 million from just 3 fights. In 2023, Forbes named him one of the top creators in the world. That's right, Jake Paul, once known for pranks and vlogs, is now a serious competitor in the ring, with a net worth between $80 and $120 million. Jake Paul has earned more than any other YouTube boxer. KSI is estimated at around $25 million. Even his brother Logan is closer to $45 million. Jake has doubled or tripled their earnings. But how did a kid making 6-second videos end up a millionaire in the boxing ring? Well, let's keep going. In 2017, Jake bought a massive mansion in Calabasas, California for nearly $7 million. It had 8 bedrooms, a gym, a pool, and even a studio. That place became the heart of Team 10, a group of young creators who lived and worked together. It was wild. They filmed stunts, threw insane parties, and pushed limits every day. Neighbors couldn't stand it. The noise, the stunts, the constant crowds. They called the cops, filed complaints, and even took legal action. But Jake loved the chaos. Every siren, every headline just meant more views. But unfortunately for him, in 2021, he sold the house at a loss. But that was just the start of something bigger. In May 2023, he bought a $15.75 million mansion in Puerto Rico. That's more expensive than some homes owned by A-list actors in LA. This place was on a different level. It was originally built by baseball star Yadier Molina, who had everything you could imagine. The house had 12,000 square feet, 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, a gym, a private theater, and a 6-car garage. And right behind the backyard was the ocean, stretching out as far as you could see. He spent another $4 million fixing it up and called it Taj Mahal. Yeah, its value now sits at $20 million, putting it on par with estates owned by celebrities like Drake or The Weeknd. But this was not just about luxury, it was about strategy. Now you're probably wondering what kind of strategy we're talking about, right? Well, Puerto Rico offered something Jake could not ignore: lower taxes. In California, he was paying over 13%, and in Puerto Rico, it dropped to just 4%. That move saved him around $5 million a year, and the privacy helped too. No paparazzi, no chaos, just ocean air and focus. By 2025, he made it his full-time home. But was it just about money, or was he trying to leave something behind? Let us know what you think in the comments below. It may not have been just to save money. Jake was also leveling up his lifestyle. After all, what's a millionaire's life without some toys? Just look at his garage. It's insane. He's got a bright green Lamborghini Huracan Performante worth around $350,000, a custom-wrapped Tesla Model X for $120,000, a Dodge Challenger Hellcat that set him back $150K, and a sleek Porsche Panamera for another $350,000. A fiery red Ferrari Roma at $680,000, and a black Rolls-Royce Ghost worth a staggering $950,000. But the true crown jewel of his collection, it is the Bugatti Chiron. His Bugatti Chiron is worth up to $7 million. That's more than the combined value of 4 Ferraris or 6 Lamborghinis. Fewer than 500 of these cars exist worldwide, and only a handful of celebrities own one. He cruises through Miami or pulls up to his fights like he's in a movie. He also flies like one, no cramped seats for Jake. He takes private jets that cost about $10,000 an hour. He spends over $500,000 a year on private jet travel. That's more than the average cost of a house in the United States. Whether it's a business meeting or a major flight, Jake flies in style. In July 2023, he was seen flying with Dutch speed skater Judah Leerdam. The two made headlines, and that brings us to another part of Jake's world. Jake's love life often mirrors his public persona: dramatic, flashy, and always in the spotlight. Back in 2019, he staged a fake wedding with Tana Mongeau in Las Vegas. Millions watched it online, but it was all just for show. A few hours later, they had already gone their separate ways. Then in April 2023, he started dating Judah Leerdam after sliding into her Instagram DMs. Jake and Judah Leerdam reportedly ended their relationship in early 2025, though neither has confirmed the split publicly. Fans love the couple, but is it real love or just another headline? Well, that's a story still unfolding. Fans adore Jake's love life, but what's really driving his empire is the way he's building his fortune. From investments to business ventures, he's got his hands in everything. Let's talk about his watches. Jake has a collection worth over $250,000. It includes a Rolex Day-Date covered in diamonds, a gold Submariner, and a rare Richard Mille RM055 worth $500,000. He also owns a Jacob & Co. Bugatti Chiron watch for $450,000. In 2024, he added a Patek Philippe Nautilus worth about $80K. Jake wears his watches everywhere, even while training. To him, they are not just jewelry, they are like armor. And it doesn't stop there. Jake also bought a perfect grade 10 Charizard Pokémon card for a staggering $100,000 for a card. He wore it around his neck during a fight against Tyron Woodley, and that one move wasn't just about flexing, it was about turning a childhood love into big money. And the craziest part is that the moment ended up getting over 50 million views on YouTube. Then of course there's the digital world. Jake has invested over $300,000 in NFTs, including a Bored Ape that once sat at $150,000, but is now worth considerably less. Current estimates put it at about $20,000. He's also got CryptoPunks and other rare pieces. Some see it as risky, considering how bad NFTs are doing. Others think it's genius. Jake's still holding strong, betting on the future and hopefully a turnaround for NFTs. However, the biggest play in Jake's world is not any of the aforementioned, it's his business ventures. In 2022, he co-founded Betr, a sports betting company valued at $300 million by 2025. He owns 20% of it. On top of that, in 2024, he launched W, a men's body care brand, which made $10 million in its first year, across stores like Walmart and Kroger. He also signed a $1 million campaign deal with DraftKings. On top of that deal, with $75,000 per sponsored post, Jake is earning serious money while reaching millions. But Jake's ambitions went far beyond that. In 2021, he launched Most Valuable Promotions, which played an important role in organizing one of the biggest women's boxing matches in history at Madison Square Garden. The fight brought in over $20 million. Jake is not just spending money, he's literally building an empire, making major moves in the business world while keeping the spotlight on him. Also, let's not forget about Prime Hydration, the drink brand launched by his brother, Logan, and KSI became a global success. Jake was not the face of it, but he helped push the brand behind the scenes. By 2024, Prime was valued at over $3 billion and had reached over $1 billion in sales. It secured deals with the UFC and several major sports teams, becoming one of the most talked about brands in the world. But things haven't always been smooth sailing for Jake. In August 2020, the FBI raided his Calabasas mansion, tied to a riot at a mall in Scottsdale. Then in April 2021, 2 women accused him of misconduct. Although Jake denied it all, the headlines shook his world. He faced court cases, backlash, and constant criticism. And yet, he keeps pushing forward, training harder, earning more, and staying in the game. By November 2024, Jake stepped into the ring with none other than Mike Tyson at AT&T Stadium in Texas. The fight drew 60 million viewers on Netflix. That is more than the Super Bowl halftime show audience in some years. Jake earned $40 million from that one fight alone, more than many UFC champions make across an entire career. The gear he wore to the ring alone cost $150,000. And by January 2025, he was already in talks with PFL about making his MMA debut by 2026. Jake's totally preparing for whatever's next. So, what is Jake Paul really building? A brand? A business? A legend? Maybe all three. From Vine videos to viral fights, from lawsuits to luxury, from chaos to control, he is louder, richer, and more unpredictable than ever. But here's the question. Is this just the beginning, or is there something even crazier on the way? Tell us what you think in the comments below. If you found this fascinating, smash that subscribe button and dive into our other videos for more wild stories. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for watching.